and welcome back to Patagonia. Today we are in Torres del Paine National Park in Patagonia, Chile, and we are hiking a highlight of the W Trek. We're headed to the base of the towers. This is a 12.5-mile hike with a 3,300-foot elevation gain. It's rated hard on all trails, and I'm excited to get into it. The mountains, we've been waiting for the weather to clear all day. Heavy rain, sudden winds, and a sudden change in climate is to be expected here in Patagonia. The weather is certainly unpredictable. A little piece of advice is to carry a hat, gloves, and a rain jacket in Patagonia, even in the summertime. We're going this way. To break things up tonight, we're actually splitting the hike and we're staying at Refugio Chileno overnight so that we can catch the base of the towers at first light. So you guys, we've just finished the initial ascent up to Refugio Chilano. We're at 2 miles, or 2.2 miles, and it's taken about 70 minutes. We've clocked about 1,200 feet of elevation so far. Thankfully, it was rather enjoyable with the sun out and the weather at bay. It's always up, never flat. Paso de los Vientos, windy pass. That makes a lot of sense. Welcome to Refugio Chilano. In case you didn't know and you're unfamiliar with the trail, this trail is heavily populated, not only by people, but also by horses. And this Refugio serves as a nice little reprieve from the wind and the weather. And this is where we'll be staying tonight. Here, you can have a tent. They supply sleeping bags. They have a little restaurant where you can eat. That way you're well refreshed for your hike early in the morning. And in our case, that'll be around 2 a.m. So this will be our tent for the evening at the Refugio. There are showers here, and as I mentioned, a restaurant. I'm gonna go get freshened up and ready for dinner, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Base Las Torres. After a 2.5-hour climb, we have finally summited our trail. Go on and take a moment to look around. Aren't they beautiful? These granite towers have to be one of my most favorite views that I've ever hiked. I've now seen them up close and personal 2 times. They are really awesome considering these granite towers were originally formed by magma underground, and geologically speaking, they're still young and still changing in shape, being carved by ice, wind, and water. I can't feel my fingers. It is so cold. It's crazy how once the sun breaks through, everything changes. The colors on the towers go from pink, gray, orange to just completely covered in clouds. What did you guys think of the view? The towers really are magnificent. At just over 2,500 feet tall. Pictures really don't do them justice. Watch out for that tree. These Patagonian hikes really are not like any others. They definitely require a bit of mental fortitude, even for me. As you can see, the terrain is really tricky. Up at the top near the summit, it was all ice and snow. We've just hiked down quite a bit through a little river crossing and some springs, and now we're in the forest and the mud. This is actually quite a nice trail. I don't know if I was expecting more rocks per se, or a bit more exposure, but the whole trail is pretty much covered until you get to about the last half mile, and that's where the exposure really is. You get the best of the climate, that's for sure. It's really nice in the forest once the sun comes out. You guys missed all the fun stuff this morning. We hiked for about 2.5 hours in the dark and left the Refugio, I believe, at about 2:30, almost 3 o'clock, to get up to the summit just in time for sunrise. We had to wait about 15 minutes before the colors really started to show. I would recommend staying at the Refugio. Just make sure you make reservations, because I can't imagine doing this entire hike in one day. Although I did come across a couple people that had started this hike at about midnight to make it up in time for sunrise. It's only about 7:15 in the morning, and there's still people on their way up. When I was headed out, the towers had begun to become engulfed in cloud coverage, so hopefully these people still get some good views. Birds. I hope that you had a beautiful time hiking up to the base of the towers with me. At 16 miles and 5,000 feet of elevation gain, we have seen so many things together. I've yet to see an Andean condor, but I guess that just gives me an excuse to come back. Until next time, it was a pleasure.